I'm gonna bet that you did not see this coming. Oh, throwing a little wild card at you guys, huh? Who was expecting this? You know, this almost looks like a jazz box guitar the more I look at it. So today we have the Taylor T5Z Koa. This thing is pretty rad. I wanted to pick something completely different from what we normally did. Kind of like what would be like the perfect summer guitar. You know, you can play it unplugged, you can plug in, do all kinds of stuff with it. I want to check one of these out, so that's what we're going to do today. And this video is, of course, sponsored by Sweetwater, so big ol' thank you to them for letting me have this guitar, because we are going to give it away to one of you guys. This is a very nice guitar. Whoever wins this, I think you're really going to like it. I'll tell you about how to win it here in just a second. Let's go ahead and play this thing here for a minute, give you the specs, tell you all about it, and get your guitar on. So let me hit you with some specs, and just like the name suggests, it is in fact made out of Koa. So if my buddy Michael Torin is watching this, I know you're over there, you're like, all right, how much is this thing? Where do I buy this at? Because he loves Koa on guitars. And so you've got a Koa body, mahogany neck, and an ebony board on it. And then you actually have, what I found was really fascinating, 3 pickups on this thing, even though, you know, you got this nice little lipstick one here, which is actually a humbucker. It's stacked, but they kind of chose that old school lipstick style, which I think is really cool. You've got a sensor under here, and then there's another pickup under the neck here. So when you're using your 5-way selector, so you've got the top position, or what I'm going to call position number 1, which is just the pickup that's underneath the neck and your bridge pickup here. Position 4, which is just the neck, which is my absolute favorite. I think that is the secret weapon of this one. It just sounds so much like an acoustic. The middle position is just your electric side, so your little lipstick humbucker. Position 4 is the neck and the sensor down here in the body. You can't see that, can you? Sensor in the body in parallel or series, and then the 5th one is the same thing in parallel. Or I can't remember which one's which, but those 2 weren't necessarily the sounds that I was gravitating to, but I really liked position 3, which was the electric. And then I liked the first 2 where it was the neck, especially that position 4 or 2, whatever you want to call it. And man, it sounded good. So you'll hear it all in the tone section here in just a second. And I'll put text up, that way you guys know what's happening. But just know, neck pickup is underneath your neck, a normal electric lipstick humbucker, and then there's a sensor down here in the body. So you'll see it all on the screen, what's going on here. Let's get it. Now for today's tones, I am using, of course, the Taylor here, and I'm plugging it into my Dr. Z Z-Rec, and I also have an SD1 pedal on the ground if I decide to kick on some distortion during the electric part. But I'm just running that straight to the aux and to my interface, and there you have it. So it's definitely an electric guitar setup, but we're gonna see how acoustic-y we can make it sound. So how do you go about winning said guitar? Super simple, as always. All you have to do is use the link down below in the description, enter with your email address, boom, you're entered. There are some bonus ways to enter. If you are contacted in the comment section at all, that is a scam. Please do not respond to them. And that's pretty much it. I'll announce the winner in about a month. I'll make a comment here and pin it to the top with the winner. I'll also make a post in the community section on here as well. And just, you know, thanks to Sweetwater for letting me make these giveaways super, super simple without all the complicated steps. So let's get back to the guitar, shall we? Okay, so let's wrap up some final thoughts about who this guitar is really for, because I think that it is for someone probably similar to myself. You know, I'm mostly an electric guitar player, but sometimes I want this acoustic flavor, maybe on a track or whatever it is I'm working on, and I just don't have microphones. You know, I do have a couple acoustics, but I don't really have a way to record them. They're just kind of there for fun. And this, what happened was when I was writing that intro song, you know, I wouldn't necessarily use this as a standalone guitar if it was me. It would be a flavor or a layer on top of a bunch of electric guitars and that kind of thing. It has a cool, you know, electric sound for sure, but I really like the acoustic sound on this one. That second position here where it was just the neck pickup, man, that sounded awesome. And I could kind of hear how I would use this on tracks. So hopefully whoever gets this, maybe a similar situation, you know, or maybe just the gigging person, you know, you're maybe solo acoustic, coffee shop, whatever it is. These are really, really nice. Now I have demoed the Acoustasonics and these, and I think that they're both great. It depends on what kind of price point you want to get into. But, you know, I do kind of prefer that this one looks like, it doesn't look like an electric. You know, it doesn't look like anything other than just a cool looking, looks like a jazz box really is what I kind of like initial thoughts were. Just a cool guitar. So again, thank you to Sweetwater for sponsoring this. I can't wait to see who wins this, and yo, hope you all have a good rest of your day. Later, homies. Woo!